morning. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the page. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Arboreal Obscurities episode. Today should be fun. It's Friday, first off, so that's a plus. And we have an unboxing video for you today, if you will. I've got 7 or so animals to go pick up from the post office. If you're on Instagram, you've already gotten a teaser of what those animals are. If you're not on Instagram, do the thing, do the follow. Anyways, we have an unboxing video for you guys today. Won't spend a ton of time on it, but I gotta go get these animals from the post office. I gotta unpack them, I gotta do a health check, make sure everybody's good, and then I'm just gonna kind of set them up and leave them alone for now. And then we'll follow up down the road and do some actual videos on this stuff. But I am going to show it to you today. Figured this would be a nice little change of pace from the traditional videos that I've been putting out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Figured I would take you along. So before I hop off and go get the animals, let's just say that I will be unboxing this stuff in a different room. I've done previous videos before where I've unboxed reptiles from trusted sources in my reptile room. I'm not going to do that anymore. I haven't had any issues, but it's a bad example. You guys, if you are ordering snakes and stuff like that, be smart about it. Just unbox them in your living room outside, even if you can. Just because, even if they're from a trusted source, you never know. You could pick up a respiratory issue in shipping, or there could be something that a seller missed, and you don't want to introduce that to the rest of your collection. So these guys will be in, I just moved the Cyanea and the Phrynonax out of some of these smaller custom enclosures that we've foamed out literally for little neonate snakes. They're going to move right into those. I've got a couple other enclosures set aside. I'll probably show you those after we put them away, but for right now, it's time to hop in the car, go to the post office, and pick up this package. I'll take you guys along for the ride, and then I will see you when we get back. Let's do this. Alright guys, package is picked up. It's back here in the seat beside me. Time to head home and get these guys unboxed. I will see you in a moment. Alright you guys, we are back. Welcome to my living room. This is where we're going to do this unboxing, just so that we're separate from the rest of the reptiles. And we're going to go ahead and pop this box open. We will do a temperature check on the inside of the box just to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. And yeah, let's go ahead and break this box open and take a look at some new animals. Here we got the little male Gemmy. Take him out in a second. Put him right there. A female Gemmy. Another female Gemmy. And then cyanodon. Another cyanodon. Another cyanodon. Man, these cyanodon are tiny. And another cyanodon. All right, guys, so we got a little stack of stuff to unbox. Go ahead and toss this aside. Okay, flip that screen back around. Let's open these. I'm gonna start with the cyanodon, just because they're in slightly smaller cups. I want to give them some air quicker and just take a look at them. There are four Boiga cyanodon. These are Philippine Boiga cyanodon. The Bohol, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've never heard anyone really say it. The Bohol locality cyanodon. And then what I'm gonna end up doing is just setting all of them back in their cups, so that way I can give them a little soak in some water. Wiry. That's good. They're nice and lively. They're a little cold, kind of as expected though. They're not directly on that heat pack, but that heat pack's just to make sure it doesn't get too cold in there. Got a little bit of size on them. I don't know if the photo or if the camera picks it up really, really well, but beautiful like orange color on them. So there's one. See if we can't get him to tuck himself back into this cup. This is the fun part. So now this is one of the females. We've got a 2.2 in the cyanodon, and then a 1.2 in the Gemasinta. The Gemasinta are 100% het albino, which is pretty neat. So there's the first female Philippine. Just gonna kind of check on all of them without taking everybody out. So I'm gonna flip the camera around, give you guys a better look at these, and then kind of flip it back around to take one of the Gemasinta out, and then we'll do the same so I can show you those, and then that'll pretty much be it. Give me 1 second. How you doing in here, buddy? Checking to make sure everybody's moving okay. Seems like they are. Go ahead and pop the lid on this one. It's one of the males. Doing right in there, buddy. Really wants to hide that head. Beautiful. I'm gonna put his lid back on just because I don't want to have to reprobe these things or anything, so we're gonna keep them labeled and separated. So it's our females. It's one of our males. This will be our other male. That one's got a good piece of tape on it. This one almost looks extra pretty. All right, cool. So a little stack of cyanodon down. Now on to the Gemasinta. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled the tape off of these, just so that way they're a little bit easier to open with one hand. We didn't do it with the cyanodon, so we're gonna do it with these guys. I want to temp gun the actual animals as well. So this got a little reed. Not too cold, perfectly fine at 75. Man, these are pretty little snakes, aren't they? Good activity on this one. Some nice long mangrove-esque tongue flicks. Put this one away. Watch. Let go. Let go. Alright. So that's one of our females right there. Go female number 2. Again, nice and lively. This one's got a little head cap on it, so we'll have to help him get that off. Possibly a little passenger on him. Not a mite passenger, maybe just like a blister. It looks like it might be. Yeah. Well, thankfully we'll be able to clear that up quickly, and this is exactly why you don't want to set your animals directly into your reptile room. Go ahead and tuck you back in there. Oh no, this one's a little rough, but it still seems perfectly fine. She. Alright. And then we've got one more. Just so you guys know, those don't really, on that last one, they don't look like a parasite or anything. They just look like, they really just look like little kind of water blisters. or like fungal blisters, which will happen if you have an animal that's having bad sheds and you keep them too damp, especially with Boiga. Fairly common to see. Man, now this male is on fire. Beautiful snake. But I'm not seeing any tongue flicks. And I'm seeing some little crackly popping in the mouth. So something that I'm gonna wanna check on. These did have a hiccup in Germany, so there are gonna be some things that I've gotta keep an eye on. Unfortunately, somehow these animals at one point were shipped without any heat at all, and it's pretty cold in Europe right now. So they were, I'll probably touch on it in another video, especially if anything happens with these guys. But they were temped very, very cold before getting to my actual cellar. So this guy might have a little bit of respiratory or something going on. There's a tongue flick. You can usually see it pretty well with Boiga though. They'll do like a little bit of mouth cracking and popping and yeah. No, that's okay. We'll see that in the neck. That's not good. When he breathes in, you don't want his throat sinking in like that. I'm trying to get the focus better. So this guy, I'm definitely going to treat as if he is in the middle of a respiratory infection. We'll get them all cleared up, but hopefully I'm not going to overstress them right now. Just going to warm them up a bit slowly. I will probably take a closer look off camera, and then if there's anything I need to share, I'll try to document it so you guys can see. Cute little snakes though. But yeah, this one's just it's not being quite as active as the other two. Maybe because he's, you know, he's got a little bit of a cold. I guess a little bubble in the nose. But again, we'll take care of it. It's all we can do. We'll do our best by this little guy. And hopefully everything turns out well. Yeah, he's kind of struggling. We're gonna get him nice and warmed up. Might even hold him a little bit just so he can sit and relax on the heat of my hand before I actually put him away. And then I'll have to remember to wash my hands really well before messing with the other ones. But still very, very excited on this shipment of animals. These are amazing, amazing animals. Really crossing my fingers that my one male does all right and pulls through, comes around. But for right now, let me just set him back. I will take him out in a moment. Beautiful snake though. Let's go ahead and, I know I was just holding them, but I'll go ahead and give him a temp gun read. Now that's probably just from my hand, honestly. But temps are okay. These are supposedly captive bred animals, so again, I'm gonna imagine that any of those little like fungally water blisters on this one are probably from the shipping incident. I know things got not only cold but also wet. in that order. Go ahead and flip this around. So that would be probably the cause of that. And then of course that would be what would cause respiratory issues on this little guy. He feels a little bit bloated, a little bit airy, which is not usually a good sign, but again, we're gonna keep a close eye on these guys and do our best to make sure that we can keep them all good and healthy. To be honest, this sounds weird, but like if he'd posture up at me or try to bite me right now, I'd probably feel a little bit better. But we're gonna get them all set up, like I said, keep them dry, keep them a little bit warmer, and see what we can't do about a couple of these little issues. Yeah, I don't want the person that these came from to have any kind of negative or negativity directed towards them or anything. I'm not blaming them for any of this. So I'm just gonna leave out who the seller is for right now. I'll tell you guys in a future video. But for right now, yeah, it's unfortunate what happened in Europe with these guys and with how cold they got. I quickly tell you, they were temped at like 2 degrees Celsius. It's like 30 degrees. That's really cold. They can tolerate like down into the 50s, maybe the high 40s for a short period of time, but man, 30 degrees is cold for anything. So again, I'm just gonna let this guy kind of hang out on my hands. He seems to not be bothered by it at all, and kind of let him just warm up a little bit, get some clean fresh air after being in that cup. I'll give the other guys a soak, and then I'll set him up, let him settle in, and start giving you guys updates. I hope you guys enjoyed today's little unboxing video. I don't do a whole lot of these, but this was a really cool one, so I definitely wanted to include you on the journey for it. Some really neat stuff. I don't know if I told you guys, these Gemasinta are 100% het albino. I will put a picture up, like right here and here, of what some of the visual albinos look like. They do exist. There are people that have them already. Of course, Kevin definitely is working with this project, and it's kind of hard to compete with some of the sources that he has for Boiga, but I'm not in it to compete. I'm just in it to have fun. I love these snakes, and I'm very excited that I get to have my own pair of little... I don't keep a lot of stuff in the Dendrophylla complex, so I'm excited to have these Gemasintas. This is a subspecies of mangrove that I've always really enjoyed. I've kept Gemasinta before. I've wanted to keep more. He does have some bubbles coming out of his mouth, which is concerning, but we should be okay. We will do our best. I've seen this before, so as always, I love you guys. I could and would not do these videos without you. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. If you aren't already, please go follow our Instagram. That's where most all the good stuff is. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Click that notification bell. That way you can see exactly when I post these every Friday. And you'll get surprised with on-off little plugged videos in between then, as soon as I start getting better about putting them out. Anyways, I love you guys. I wouldn't do this without you. And I'll see you on another video. Peace.
That feels good!